Tyler never minded working the night shift. In fact, he preferred it. There was something comforting about the stillness, the quiet hum of the fluorescent lights above, and the rhythmic roar of the industrial fans that echoed through the cavernous warehouse. He didn't have to deal with customers or loud coworkers, just a checklist, a thermos of coffee, and a headset crackling occasionally from the security room. He'd been at the warehouse for 6 months. The building sat on the edge of town, surrounded by fields, a half-mile from the nearest road. It used to be a distribution center for a big retail chain before it was bought by a smaller logistics company. Most nights, he was the only person there past 10 p.m. He liked the solitude. That night started like any other. He clocked in at 10:02 p.m., a couple of minutes late, but no one noticed or cared. He exchanged a few words with the day shift supervisor, grabbed his scanner, and made his rounds through aisles 1 through 14, checking pallets and inventory as usual. At 11:38 p.m., he sat down in the small break room near the loading dock, poured himself some coffee, and checked his phone. It was around midnight when his headset buzzed. "Hey, Ty," came a voice. It was James, the security guy who watched the monitors from the office upstairs. You doing a double tonight or something?" Tyler frowned. "No. Just the usual." "Why?" There was a pause. "Where are you right now?" Tyler looked around. "Break room." "Dockside." Another pause. Then, "Weird. Hold on." The line went quiet. Tyler waited, tapping his fingers against the metal table. A few minutes later, James's voice returned, quieter now. Uneasy. "Okay, I don't want to freak you out, but I just saw you on camera. Like, 10 seconds ago. Walking through aisle 4. Tyler blinked. "What?" "I mean, like, walking. Looked just like you. Same uniform. Same build. I thought maybe you were checking something, but you said you were in the break room, right?" Tyler stood slowly. The break room had a window that looked out over the floor. He could see the tops of the shelves from here, but not much else. "You sure it was me?" he asked. "I'll pull the recording," James said. "Hang tight." Tyler felt a cold prickle run down the back of his neck. The warehouse was big, yes, but not that big. And he hadn't moved from the break room in over 20 minutes. A few minutes passed. Then James's voice came back, low and unsure. "Okay, I pulled the footage. You walked from aisle 4 into aisle 7. Right past camera 8. You looked up at it." Tyler felt his blood run cold. "Send me the clip," he said. There was a soft ping as James forwarded the file. Tyler opened it on his phone, and as the grainy footage loaded, he felt a sick, leaden weight settle in his chest. The video showed a man walking slowly between the shelves, head tilted down. He was wearing Tyler's uniform. Same company patch. Same dark jacket. Same slight limp from an old knee injury. As he reached the end of the aisle, he looked directly into the camera. It was Tyler's face, but the expression was wrong. The eyes looked too dark, too wide. And the face. The face was slack, like it had forgotten how to hold an expression. It just stared into the camera, empty, before turning and walking out of frame. Tyler's hands trembled slightly. "What the hell is that?" he muttered. "I thought maybe it was old footage," James said over the headset, "but I double-checked the timestamps. It's from 10 minutes ago. And he just went out of view near aisle 9. Is anyone else in the building?" "No. You're the only one on the floor. I checked the log, no other entries after 10 p.m. All exits are locked. And look, I don't want to scare you, man, but that thing didn't set off the motion sensors. It didn't trigger anything." Tyler swallowed hard. "I'm checking it out." "Wait, Ty, hold up. Just come back to the office. We can call it in." But Tyler had already unplugged his headset and was moving. He didn't like the idea of some stranger, or something, walking around while he sat doing nothing. He grabbed the metal flashlight from the wall and stepped out into the main floor. The warehouse was eerily quiet. The air felt heavy, as if the silence itself had a weight. He walked down the row slowly, eyes darting between the towering shelves. Aisle 4. Empty. Aisle 5. Nothing but boxes. Then aisle 6. He stopped. At the end of the aisle, just past the last row of pallets, someone was standing. It was him. Same uniform. Same stance. Same everything. The other Tyler stood motionless, staring down the aisle. Even from this distance, Tyler could see his eyes, wide and lifeless, like two black pits. He felt his stomach twist into a knot. "Hey!" he shouted. The figure didn't move. Tyler gripped the flashlight tighter and took a slow step forward. The figure turned, not its head, but its whole body, like a marionette on strings. Then it walked silently away, disappearing between the shelves. Tyler didn't chase it. Instead, he backed away, breath quickening. Something was wrong. Something was terribly wrong. He rushed back toward the break room, fumbling to get his headset back on. "James," he said, panting. "I saw it. It was me. It's real." "I know," James replied. "It just walked past camera 12. It's heading for the office." Tyler froze. Camera 12 was near the staircase. "Get out of there," Tyler shouted. "Get out now." There was no reply. "James?" Silence. Tyler turned and sprinted toward the office. The hallway leading up to it felt endless. As he reached the top of the stairs, he found the security room door ajar. He pushed it open slowly. The room was empty. The monitors were still running. All the feeds showed the warehouse, quiet and still. Except for one screen. Camera 3. It was trained on the break room. And someone was sitting there. Tyler's stomach dropped. It was him. Sitting with his back to the camera, hunched over the table. Slowly, the figure turned and looked directly at the lens. It smiled. Then the feed went black. Tyler stepped back from the monitors, heart pounding. The air in the office felt electric, charged, like a storm was about to break. Every instinct screamed at him to run, but his legs wouldn't move. Behind him, the door creaked. He turned slowly. Nothing there. But when he looked back at the monitors, they had all changed. Every camera feed now showed the same image, a static-filled screen, with his own face staring back at him. Not blinking. Not moving. Just watching. And then he heard a voice. Right behind him. Whispering. "You're not supposed to be here anymore."